87. Okay, maybe I have the wrong Julie Harris. Maybe wrong Julie. She received a Tony Award 5 times, nominated for an additional 5 Tonys. She drew attention for her other screen work, including East of Eden, Requiem for a Heavyweight, Gorillas in the Mist, along with TV movies and series like Knots Landing. She was in Cabaret, The Lark, Married to Lincoln, and The Last of Mrs. Lincoln, The Belle of Amherst, 40 Carats, Julie Harris and Charles Nelson Riley
Guardian thing?
Well, Obama and Snowden, and then the Brits and the Guardian, and how people go as far as linking David Miranda and Glenn Greenwald as lovers, and that it's as comical as Dr. Strangelove. I mean, what the fuck are people thinking? And what are these, but beyond the government's being ridiculous, what are these stupid kids thinking? I mean, these are kids. They can't be what? In their 30s, maybe? Well, I don't know how old Snowden is. How old Snowden?
I think he's in his 30s.
Well, okay. Well, these two.
Late 20s.
Well, they could be 20s. They could be 20s. So I'm saying 30s at most. They're stupid. They think they're running around with some kind of great spy stories. They're stupid. I mean, the whole thing is stupid. You want your few minutes of fame, you're gonna get it.
Well, I think Snowden thought he was doing the right thing. I don't know.
By doing what?
Disclosing government overreaching. Spying on domestic citizens. Spying without warrants. Spying in contravention of set policies. I mean, they disclosed. There's been a lot of domestic surveillance of citizens in this country. The National Security Agency is supposed to do foreigners out of the country.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be doing stuff here.
No, I get that.
And they were.
I totally get that.
And they were. And nobody would know about it but for him.
Okay, so why is he running around the world then trying to leak secrets?
Wow.
With damaging national security information? Does he have even more and now he wants to sell it?
I don't know what's going on now.
Okay, well then you can't just say, oh well, he did the right thing.
I said I think he thought he was.
It's one thing to publish. Oh, guess what they're doing. What's the worst that can happen if you publish something like that? It's another to leave the country.
Well, they're trying to prosecute him, so I think they're trying to prosecute. They want to prosecute him and put him in jail forever. So I think he's smart enough that he doesn't want to go to jail for it. So.
There's just something that doesn't. Who did Snowden work for?
I think it was the National Security. I'm not sure. I mean, all those agencies sort of meld together in my mind.
So, he actually is just a whistleblower.
That's what I think.
Well, I see the real problem being you don't know what information he does have if he's worked for a national security agency. You don't know what kind of a do-gooder he really is, or is he some kind of a rogue?
I know, but I mean,
you can't just take every single person that.
I know, but that example a while back, just fairly recently, of the 6 armed terrorist police invading this woman's home because they looked for backpacks and everything, and her husband had, you know, and that.
But how do you connect that with this? You can't use one example like that and then say
surveillance overreaching is the point.
Okay, I get that.
So
that's still not answering my question. Surveillance overreaching is wrong.
Well,
I'm asking, how do you know he doesn't have more information than that and is using that as his guise? And here he is.
Okay, let me just say, if he's actually trying to sell stuff that would help Al Qaeda do their dirty work, then I'm totally opposed to him. But if he's just trying to publicize excesses, then I'm supportive.
So how would know that without tracking him down?
Well, I don't know, but at this point, I'm not inclined to give the government the benefit of the doubt at this point with the overreaching that's already been established. So, I mean, I actually don't think that Obama has been much better than Bush when it comes to stuff like that.
No, I don't either.
So, if you had a president who was totally in favor of civil liberties and it made it clear that his administration was following that tactic, then yes, I would give the government the benefit of the doubt. But in this case, no.
But on the other hand, Obama, states that they're only using this. It's not like they're listening in on every single person out there.
I think it is a fine line between being, effectively rooting out terrorists and.
Well, yeah, I do.
I do think it's a fine line and a tough job, but I don't think that as much concern has been given for civil liberties as it should have been. And so that's why. And that Private Bradley Manning disclosing stuff like that helicopter attack that killed journalists and civilians. I mean, I think that needed to be made public.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he should be going to jail for that. I mean, that is not justifiable. I mean, that kind of conduct, that's exactly the kind of overreaching, over-aggressiveness that I think needs to be. So we must be getting into beautiful Akron. Is that right? Yeah, Akron.
You are getting into Akron. I have never heard beautiful used by the word Akron.
Is there anything redeeming about Akron?
Well, Kent is nearby. So there are little suburbs of Akron that are very nice. Yes, between Akron, I'd say between Akron and Cleveland, there are some very nice communities. In fact, my old professor, Ed Gibson, lives in Hudson. Yeah, I think it's Hudson. It's the Cuyahoga County. Cuyahoga County, Geauga County, that general. Yeah, and they're very nice.
Good. Well, she is certainly going to need his emotional and financial support to bring this baby up. So if he's going to help her financially, then that's great. So they've taken over that old place where Caleb was.
Well, not quite yet. I mean, she lives there with Johnny. And Johnny has a job working for a vet. He's a vet's assistant. But he wants to get another job. I guess he has a lot of time to kill. And, I mean, and it's expensive to live there. And he needs to get himself his own scooter or possibly other people. I don't know. She did tell me that Johnny did get that job, though. And see, that was what was annoying to Aaron, is that Caleb decided he was going to feel sorry for himself and couldn't find a job. Well, he didn't go out and look for a job. Johnny went out like that and applied everywhere and got a job working for a vet. That may not be his life's work, but so what? He's got something with a decent income. He's already told Aaron that if Aaron gets a three-bedroom place, he would be willing to rent one of the bedrooms off of her to help with income. He said he could deal with having a baby around. He's not a baby kind of guy, but he definitely, he's not like offering his services or anything, but